Hello and welcome to the Living Philosophy. So I thought it'd be about time that I gave a little mission statement or some kind of an introduction to the channel as a whole and what we're doing here. So at the moment, presently in the middle of a 100-day sprint. So I'm just starting out on YouTube and I'm looking to learn as much about every aspect of it as possible. So I've been learning. I had basic video editing skills before and I knew my way around Photoshop, but I'm just trying to learn all parts of the editorial process and the marketing process as well. So I guess it's just 100 days to find out, to create a workflow of taking ideas that I've had and turning those into videos, and how can I edit that, and how can I create a professional look, and how can I get it to as many people as possible, and how can I grow a channel. So I guess I took on the challenge of doing 100 videos in 100 days to kind of to fast track that learning, because I read a book before about the first 20 hours, and I guess it's an exaggerated form of that, but I'm just trying to learn as much as I can in a short period of time. I've been prone to bits of perfectionism in the past, and I guess that in order to get around that, they say that, that great is the enemy of good. So I've been trying to combat that idea and just create good products regularly. That's what I'm trying to do. So I said 100 videos, 100 days, and then from there we can take it where we want to go after that. I just want to know everything about it. So that's what we're doing with the very start of this channel. But then there's also the question of, what is this channel about? And I guess that's a more complicated question. I know Simon Sinek talks about the power of why and finding that why, and the why is quite often a vague thing because it's more of a feeling, it's more of a value. And so I guess I could talk about the main themes, because there's that might narrow it down a bit. So I'm a philosopher. That's something I've, ever since I read Albert Camus' Myth of Sisyphus when I was a teenager, I've known that this is what I am, and I really connected with that. And reading Nietzsche, and he inspires you to become a philosopher yourself, and to think new thoughts and to think dangerous thoughts. So I guess that's kind of the core thing, but what is philosophy in that sense? It's something more to do with living, and so I guess it's more connected with the ancient philosophers and maybe existentialism rather than more academic and turgid kind of extreme intricacies of logic. It's not that kind of philosophy. It's the philosophy as so philosophy comes from the words philosophia in Greek, meaning the love of wisdom, and it's not philoscientia, it's not love of knowledge, it's love of wisdom. And I guess that's wisdom for me, is knowledge you know in your heart, knowledge you know in your gut, something you're living. And so that's where the living philosophy comes in. It's something that it's a philosophy that is itself living, because it's a continuous conversation between your life and your experience and philosophy. And so that philosophy is growing itself, but also it's a living philosophy because it's a philosophy that you live by. And so I guess the living philosophy as a channel is just my attempt to share my journey with philosophy, and that isn't bound by the classical subject of philosophy. It's much closer now with psychology as well, because psychology has so much entangled with the art of living. And so spirituality comes into that as well, and religion, anything that looks for like the ultimate answers and the ultimate experience of being human. These are all things that I really feel strongly about. And so you'll find that there's the bucket of like Jungian and dream psychology. That's one mainstream within the channel. And then there's also philosophy itself. There's Nietzsche, there's Heraclitus, there's the existentialists. So it's digging into all those. And then there's religion as well, and there's the psychology of religion and what religion tells us and what about our ultimate quest. And there's also other aspects of psychology, so not just the Jungian bucket, but the developmental psychology of spiral dynamics, or of Maslow, or Enneagram, or Myers-Briggs, just all these tools for learning about who we are. So I guess that's the main buckets in what I will be talking about and what I think about regularly. I guess one further addition would be history, and that kind of ties in again with the developmental stuff, and it's where we've come from as a species and where we're going. So this is tied in with the the philosophical idea of the philosopher as the doctor of culture, as looking at culture and asking the questions of where is it going, where should it be going, and talking about the values and the destination of culture. And so these are all entangled in the living philosophy, and I will update this video as regularly as the insights come to me. So I guess that's all I have to say about it today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please subscribe and join us on the journey, and I shall see you next time. Thank you for watching.